if her records reveal. So that's, yeah, man. Let me see what you're talking about. Run the lights up. Salute. We got a quick 472. You know, one of the Def Jam founders, if not the Def Jam founder. Also, Fat Farm, founder of Fat Farm, the fashion line. I believe he sold that. He sold Def Jam. Def Comedy. You know, I could just go on and on about all the brands he founded and started that's iconic, whether he still own them or I'm pretty sure he's still like operator in chief of them but it's crazy because when you think about, let me get this on the screen. I'm gonna go to the story, but I just wanted to add my commentary. When you think about these figures, you know, even Oprah herself, right? She's been on the low, but her name just keep coming up in the mix of all these crazy allegations or having some type of, you know, affiliation with the people that's caught up in the mix. You know, how that go. Birds of a feather flock together. You know, all the singings. Run the lights up. We live on YouTube. We live on Facebook. Call me up 310-598-2974. I'm just building with y'all, giving y'all what's latest on the news, what's latest on the landscape. Yeah, she stay in those circles. I mean, we could name the names. You know, her name been in the loop with, of course, Weinstein, Epstein, Russell Simmons. You know, I don't know if she was at those Diddy parties or whatever. But yeah, man, it's interesting to see how she's always in the mix. You know what I mean? And this is the thing, with her being subpoenaed to go testify in court, you know, she don't want to see those courts. You know what I mean? Because you know what happens. You know what I mean? She's up next. So I think Oprah and her legal team is going to try to dodge this some kind of way. But nevertheless, let me get into the story. But she got to know, oh yeah, they coming. Her time is coming. She been on the clock, like the earth say, salute to the earth. But man, spooky. It's spooky right now for Oprah. You know, yeah, let's get into it. Hold on one second, man. I don't know why people call on my phone while I'm live. Nevertheless, salute to Keisha in the room. I'm going to get back to me saluting my rec mob people in the room because I was doing that early in my lives and everybody took that and ran with it. I used to just open up my lives saluting all the people in the chat room, you know, but everybody just took it and ran with it. You know what I mean? So I switched things up, but I'm going to go back to it just because, you know, I love rocking with y'all, the rec mob. You know what I mean? Salute to Trevor. I see you. Eric. Salute. Sticky. He went defamation lawsuit against Simmons. According to page 6, Dixon legal team has formally demanded that Winfrey provide testimony and turn over documents related to her brief involvement with the controversial documentary, which spotlighted the stories of women who say they was victimized by the hip-hop movement. Background on the allegations and the lawsuit. In 2017, Dixon went public in a New York Times article accusing Simmons of raping her in his apartment in 1995. Her account became central on the record to the 2020 documentary that chronicled multiple women's allegations of sexual misconduct against Simmons. However, Winfrey, who was initially attached as an executive producer, withdrew from the project weeks before the Sundance debut, citing creative differences with the filmmakers. So basically, right before, I guess, the doc was going to come out, Oprah, she withdrew out the project, and she and her team made the excuse of, oh, I'm falling back due to creative differences, which we know that's not the truth. I mean, it's hot right now. That's why she withdrew. Run the lights up. I'm gonna continue on. It's smoking. You know, anybody that's being put in that hot seat, we see how these celebrities they go running. You know, they go from see them everywhere together, see them at the parties, see them at all these events, you see them at the award shows and all that. But as soon as those cases start running up, they getting the win. Where I was at? Hold on, let me see. Fast forward to 2024, Dixon filed a defamation lawsuit against Simmons over comments he made during a 2020 interview with journalist Graham Bensinger. In that sit-down, Simmons did not name Dixon directly, but cast doubt on his accusers' credibility, stating, "If someone want notoriety in a market where people thirst for fame," he also insisted, "I've never been forceful in any of my relationships, and that all encounters were consensual." Dixon lawsuit claims these statements and others Simmons made referencing Winfrey's withdrawal damaged her reputation and suggested she was dishonest in her allegations. Wow. So Dixon and her legal team, they not even trying to hear the reason why Oprah withdrew from the documentary with Russell. They know it's bullshit, pretty much. They like, nah, that's not why she fell back from the doc. She fell back from the doc because of all these allegations. But nevertheless, let me continue on. Oprah's role comes into focus. Now with the subpoena filed, Oprah's being asked to produce records and potentially testify about her involvement with the documentary and any communications she had regarding Dixon's allegations. A copy of the subpoena, reviewed by Page 6, demands Winfrey provide books, records, papers, data, documents, evidence, writings, and all other tangible things related to the case by March 18, 2025. That was like 8 days ago. Additionally, the subpoena calls for Winfrey to appear and attend before a notary public or other person authorized by law to administer oaths, testify in a disposition. It is currently unclear whether Winfrey plans to comply with the subpoena or if her legal team would challenge it. Something I just said. And I think they're going to challenge the subpoena. But anyhow, the documents requested, detailed in a Schedule A attachment, not made public, could potentially include internal emails, phone transcripts, notes from interviews with accusers, and other materials that might shed light on the behind-the-scenes process of the documentary's production and her decision to leave the project. The case raises questions not only about boundaries of public commentary, but also about the responsibility of public figures like Winfrey, who made into sensitive territory and walked away. It also highlights the ongoing legal and cultural consequences of the Me Too movement, particularly in the music industry, where several high-profile men have faced public accusations and legal fallout. Simmons has constantly denied all allegations of sexual misconduct Dixon, meanwhile, remains a vocal advocate for survivors and a central figure in one of the most prominent cases of murder.
All right. Okay. Since Diddy been locked up, a lot of subpoenas is going out for his case coming up in May 5th. And that's what is that? The Mexican holiday. What is it? Not St. Patrick's Day. Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo. You know, I got my Mexico hat right there when I went to Mexico, when I went to Cancun. You know, so when I do my live for his case, it's gonna be well. Excuse me. What day is May 4th on? I'm gonna make sure I go live that day so I can wear my hat. That's on a Monday, so I'll be on here exclusively following the case, and I'm gonna have my sombrero on. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I haven't seen in the YouTube streets. Nobody been on here with a sombrero. You know what I'm saying? And if they have, I've done it first. Just so you know, I'm on my Soldier Boy shit. I did it first. I'm on my Little Richard. I did it first. You know, so yeah, I'm just saying. You know, my fact. I'm a I'm a fade it to you right now. So if I do forget, if I don't get a chance to come on here with my sombrero, y'all see it. And I had two different kinds. My wife had one, and then I bought my own. My wife had one from maybe 10 years ago when her and her family went. But when we went, I bought my own. You feel me? So I was at the Planet Hollywood. I was at the Planet Hollywood. Uh, Look how nice them decorations is. So I was walking around with this joint on in in Mexico. You know, we stayed at the resort, Planet Hollywood Resort, and you know, and uh, the Mexicans was talking Spanish to me. Amigo, capasa. I'm like, yeah, capasa. Yeah. Right back at you. You know, what up? You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm flexing the 2019 championship ring. I know some folks, you know, so this is actually the real ring, one of them, you know, because they've got different versions and it's not mine. It's like I'm actually, you know, I'm keeping it for a minute and then I gotta give it back. So, and I purposely wanted to floss it on the podcast. So, when I go to the game, as soon as I get off of here, I'm gonna take it right back to my man, and you know, so yeah, it's what it is. But look at this hat, man. This sombrero is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? So I was off the mojitos and the daiquiri, strawberry. You know what I'm saying? Pina colada. I had them jumps mixed. Yeah. I was feeling no pain the whole week we was there. So, and I didn't know Cancun and Mexico is south. It's just 3 hours away, and Canada is an hour away on the plane. So yeah, so you want to get up to Canada, catch that plane to Buffalo, New York, and you there in an hour. You know what I'm saying? We went into Niagara Falls, and yeah, trying to put it on right. Well, there we go. Yeah, look at that jump. All right, give your boy his props. This like my third time wearing a sombrero on here. So yeah, y'all give me my props. And nobody done did this. You feel me? You know. So when another Joker do it, I was the first one. Just so you know. So yeah, the subpoena's going out, man. Far as we know, Usher supposed to be testifying against Diddy, J Lo, what's his name, Justin Bieber, and a slew of other people that's trying to avoid jail time from being an accomplice at these wild Diddy parties. And so yeah, man, you know, it's gonna be very interesting. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so well, look at the decorations up under it. Look at this jump. This jump was $100 too, just so you know. Yeah. So this jump was not cheap. So yeah. hmm I was fading that joint all up in the party with it. And they was like, yeah, he feeling good. Cause he the only one in the party with the sombrero. Yeah, yeah. This $100 on my head. So yeah, yeah. I'm flossing. All right. I'm getting ready to go to the Nats opener game. You know what I'm saying? We play the Phillies, and I've been going to the opening games for the last 3 years. So you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, since COVID, been since baseball been back after COVID, I've been back in the saddle. You feel me? I'm flossing my man ring. I can't tell you who he is, and yeah, you know. But I asked him to let me get this ring, and then I'll give it back to him when I get back. So yeah, this the real championship drink. Just so y'all know. Yeah. All right. Streets finest, Big Day. We out. Peace.